We've got you on the phone because you're a Celtic fan, and Celtic had a bad moment in the Cup last season, did they not? Against Ross County.
Get beat off Ross County. Neil Lennon's kind of first competitive game in charge, because they'd lost the league pretty much when he took over. That was his first big job. So we've got Berwick Rangers. Common misconception from Scottish football that Celtic Rangers is the big one. Celtic Berwick Rangers. That's
tomorrow.
The real classic. That's the one that you want Danny Dyer showing up with his Bravo camera crew. They're expecting a crowd of 950 on Sunday. So
I've got a feeling.
I don't want to get too complacent because of what happened last season, but I just seen they're fifth in Division 3 in Scotland, so they're pretty much and joiners or get gym memberships. Hopefully we can beat them.
It's not going to be too good for your voice, is it, this game tomorrow? I don't think.
Hopefully I can take it easy. Last Sunday was bad for the voice against the real Rangers, but I think surely we can take 5 or 6 off them.
Is Freddie playing? Is Freddie Lundberg? Is Freddie Lundberg going to be playing?
Apparently he's got a virus. That was last week. I don't know if he's I don't know how long about for, but I'm listening to team news. Hopefully he's playing. We could get him in a nice easy game to start off with, but I'm not actually seen the team news yet.
Berwick Rangers, of course, English.
Aye, right.
Practically Geordies, aren't they, really?
Practically Geordies. Yeah, they all watch with their shirts off.
Aye, so it's Scotland v England on Sunday.
Scotland v England. Are you going to go down to the game?
No, I don't fancy that, a trip to England just yet. I'll wait until Monday until I go back on the road again. That's the thing you kind of miss about going to away games, because you're a touring comic. You just feel that fed up with service stations, and when somebody says, do you want a ticket to go to this game up in Aberdeen, the last thing you want to see is more service stations and that. And
yes,
so.
I remember it well, the service station. Now, do you think the SPL is becoming a bit more competitive? I see Hearts are up there trying to hang on to the coattails of the big two.
Hearts, I think it's becoming more competitive because Celtic and Rangers are no longer spending big money. It's like maybe 10 years ago, as Old Firm games, you'd like Henrik Larsson and Giovanni van Bronckhorst, and now it's just guys that have played for like Scunthorpe and Burnley last season, and not Burnley, it's like even lower than that, Scunthorpe, and I don't know, like there's guys Hartlepool and stuff like that, so it's not as competitive. I think Celtic and Rangers are maybe downsizing a little bit more than it's other teams improving, so but I suppose it's good for the league. But no, if you're a Celtic or Rangers fan, then you want to see us competing in Europe and all that, but I think the only way to do it would be to join the Premiership. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Aye, it'd be great. I think it'd be brilliant for Sky, because I think Celtic and Rangers, the way they are just now, I think they'd maybe struggle to get out of the Championship. I think over a few years, like the TV money would maybe become what.
So do you think they should start in League 2 and work their way up?
I suppose it would be fair for the teams. I don't think we'd cope for 3 or 4 years on that kind of limited money coming through if you start League 2, but I suppose it's only fair for the teams in League 2 and League 1 in the Championship that would need to start at the bottom and work up. But
trouble is, you've got to get the Premier League teams to vote for you to come in, and it means 2 of them going out, doesn't it?
But I don't know, as an Arsenal fan, I think it'd be quite good. The next, another big game, I think within a few seasons, Celtic and Rangers become a serious force. Another big Battle of Britain games, at least 4 times a season. I think it'd be great.
I love seeing Celtic and Rangers come down to Arsenal. It's a big.
I love seeing the state of the Holloway Road after their fans have turned up at 10 a.m.
Do you remember Sammy Nelson? Do you remember Sammy Nelson had a testimonial in the 1970s
against
Tuesday
Celtic.
night against Celtic, and 7,500 Celtic fans came down in the rain, stood in the clock end in the rain.
Yeah, well, as you say, came down. I think most of them lived in London, but certainly for testimonial games, Celtic were quite often chosen because there's so many supporters.
Yeah,
that's Celtic. Even Coventry City's physio's wife, she's having a testimonial for retiring to the ski room. Celtic will bring 25,000 fans in. Somebody will get a tip off what her name is, and there's only one Genie, whatever they're saying.
I tell you what, here's a story for you, Kevin. You'll like this. Celtic played at Highbury for Tony Adams' farewell match.
Yes.
And the place was packed. And the whole game, they appeared to be singing "There's Only One Tony Adams." He went over at the end with his arms out, thanking them for their support and saying, but of course what they were actually singing is "There's Only One Jerry Adams," which they thought was a hilarious joke. See what they've done there? They've played on the Adams name.
Maybe Tony Adams knew exactly what they were singing, and he's just showing solidarity with the Irish Republican cause. Who knows?
Who knows?
Tony Adams at fault here.
Are you playing football yourself, Kev? Do you turn out at all?
Aye, that's the thing. We play a game with 5-a-side. Actually, the last time I played, I'd done my ankle ligaments in, and then I had to go to the doctor, and I'd had a throat infection at the time. So the guy said, just try and stay off your feet and rest your voice. Then he asked me what I'd done for a living. I said, I'm a stand-up comedian. So that's the last time I played. But we're trying to get it back going. We've actually, a couple of Scottish comics had suggested that this year's festival with their Scotland against England.
Oh, really?
So, don't know if you and Ian fancy a game.
I remember playing years ago in Kilkenny Comedy Festival. They had
I played this year. That's a cracking game, isn't it?
Ireland against England, and the English couldn't keep up with the
Rest
drinking.
of the world, wasn't it? Rest of the world.
Well, it was England at that time.
Yes.
And we turned up at this pitch, and after about 10 minutes, we were 6-0 down. And I tell you what, the Irish boys were pumped. They were up for that.
Yeah,
they were up for that game. But the funny thing about it was that William Cook, who's a journalist and a writer about comedy, has written books about comedy, has been writing about comedy. He's a really good goalie.
He made some great stuff.
He was flying around the goal as the English team tried to pull a few goals back. And but then he cut his knee on a broken bottle in the goal mouth.
Yeah, which we hadn't put there.
The speculation was which comedian who'd had a bad review off William Cook had sabotaged the 6-yard box.
I played in that game. There was a llama on the side of the pitch. I never played in a game when there was a llama standing on the side of the pitch because there was a circus.
No, it's Dara O'Brien. No.
We played Andy Parsons scored an own goal. Remember that right on half time. The rest of the world against Ireland were 2-0 up in the 44th minute, and then he battered one of his on net, and they won 3-2.
Oh.
It was weird. There was 2,500 people showed up to the game.
Really?
A lot of people coming onto that game.
Do they?
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's a massive crowd. I don't know who's the team. It's in some League Ireland team stadium with a proper FAI referee and
wow.
stuff.
Nigel Clarfeld, who's a promoter, is slightly partially sighted, and he was marking the referee for about 10 minutes before we pointed out he wasn't playing.
It's not a high standard. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
No worries, Alan. Have a good day.
Don't feel too bad tomorrow when Berwick Rangers knock you out of the cup. It's Kevin Bridges there. He's a really, really funny comedian.
Cheers.